Happy Tuesday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Look, we are dealing with a down market. I don't want to beat around the bush, but if you're new to this space in any capacity, just rest assured this is normal. We're down 4.9%. It's a bit of an off day, but don't be too discouraged, especially if you're coming from traditional spaces. If you used to occupy traditional financial spaces, maybe you were invested in Wall Street, whether it was any of the indices or what have you, or traditional stocks, this is normal for crypto. In fact, I joked about it yesterday on the Altcoin Buzz on the main channel. I talked about how, Ethereum has so-called crashed, right? It's plummeted to levels not seen since, well, about 24 hours ago. It's never fun to see the prices tumble like this, but when you think about it, we were on a really good streak there for several days in a row. Arguably, we were overheating, and I can't quite pinpoint as to why the market is doing what it's doing in the cryptocurrency space. It's tumbling for, I don't know, maybe just because we kind of, rose too high too quickly. I think more than likely it's the fact that the traditional markets, so I'm talking about the S&P 500, NASDAQ, those are suffering. There's all this news about the pipeline hack that's affecting supply and demand across major parts of the United States. There's this discussion, I think, of inflation now that a lot of people are entertaining. And so probably those other market factors and macro factors in conjunction with the fact that we've been arguably overheating. We talked about all-time highs recently for Ethereum, for Binance Coin, for Litecoin, for Polygon, for so many of our other favorites. Not Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of been doing its thing. It's been consolidating. But all that to say, right out of the gate, if this at all concerns you, I can understand how it seems like an abrupt fall and it's jarring, but this is crypto. So volatility is vitality, as Michael Saylor would say. Don't be discouraged. This is just a blip on the radar. It's going to pass with time. I think many of you already have that attitude, but for anybody that's new in the space, just wanted to reassure you as we kick off the video. Guys, we're giving away another $50 worth of Ethereum at the tail end of today's video. We're going to be announcing the winner from yesterday's video. For all the rules and the details as to how you can participate, we give away $50 worth of Ethereum every single day. We're doing that for a full month, so $1,500 worth of ETH is being given away. Stay tuned to the end. And guys, if you like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, altcoin giveaways, then be sure to like and subscribe to Altcoin Buzz News. All right, just in case you were feeling a little bit down with regards to your crypto spirits, understand that the tone is still very positive here. Purportedly, well, not even purportedly, this is what Mark Zuckerberg posted here. His goats are named Bitcoin and Max and Bitcoin, which I guess if you put them together, Max Bitcoin, I don't know if this is some kind of subliminal hint, but it's not a story that really means anything. I just want to kick off with a little bit of levity. Mark Zuckerberg's goats are called Max and Bitcoin. I don't know if he's trying to say something. I don't know if this is like a stealth communication of his. Yesterday, we covered the story that Tom Brady was getting into Bitcoin. A lot of people, I think a lot of his haters actually came out and said, yeah, when the market crashes after Tom Brady puts on the laser eyes profile pic, that's a top signal. I disagree. I'm being facetious, but I like the fact that now, in a couple of days, in the span of 2 days, Mark Zuckerberg, Tom Brady, I expect to see others entering the space. And I wouldn't call this entering the space per se, but it generates some discussions around the water cooler, that's for sure. And it's, I think, overall, it's a positive. Let's talk about some altcoins. We have news out of Umbrella. We have news out of Fractal, Convergence. Quant Network is in the news. We'll be discussing them before we get into our winner for the day, $50 worth of ETH. But first, Umbrella Network here at UMB Network. UMB is pleased to announce a partnership with BSC Station, that's Binance Smart Chain Station, under the aegis of our BSC month. BSCS is building a full-stack DeFi with NFT non-fungible token auction on Binance Chain and shall use UMB for secure, reliable, and low-cost data. Read the ANN here with the link that's provided. We've been following Umbrella Network. Of course, they've been one of our selections as far as our 100 times moonshots. You can check out those videos on the other channel if you so choose. I can link to them below as well. But this is a major collaboration and a major partnership for Umbrella Network, so kudos to the team on this new initiative. That's awesome to read about. Fractal is in the news at Fractal, PRTCL. Our hashtag Fractal staking program will launch tomorrow. That's Wednesday, Hump Day, the 12th of May at 2:30 p.m. CEST. We will designate $7 million worth of tokens to the reward pools, 5 million FCL and 15,000 ETH FCL V2 liquidity tokens. Check to see if you meet the requirements here on medium.com. Staking season ahead. And as always, guys, if you're new to the channel, number one, welcome. Number two, please be reminded that I link to everything in the description below. So if you want to go through some of these articles, some of which are longer, not all of them, but if you want to go through them with a fine-tooth comb and absorb more information, I always link to everything in the description below. You guys can check this one out, Fractal Staking Overview and Step-by-Step Guide. Convergence Finance is in the news at Convergence Fin. They're thrilled to announce their Moonbeam network integration as the first real-world asset AMM automated market maker in the Polkadot ecosystem. This is only the start of our Polkadot adventure towards cross-chain compatibility. Hashtag Convergence, CONV is the ticker, hashtag Moonbeam on DOT. Awesome news. Okay, Quant Network is in the news, and I've talked about this before. I wear, I guess multiple hats when it comes to the world of fintech. Part of me is super bullish and geared into and plugged into the world of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Of course, I recognize them as a revolution. Another part of, another feather, I guess, in my hat, or another hat that I wear altogether, is the fact that I'm developing a project that's geared specifically at fintech solutions, but that have nothing to do with cryptocurrency per se. So I'm talking about remittance technology, I'm talking about Forex technology, and especially CBDC integration, that's central bank digital currency integration. I don't talk about it all that much because it's not necessarily something that overlaps with what we cover here on Altcoin Buzz, but this is one of the reasons that I'm extremely bullish on Quant Network and everything that they're doing. They have this major update here. Following on from the success of the April release, today we launched the full release of Overledger 2.0, providing interoperability to Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin mainnets. You can visit for more information their website here, quant.network, announcing Overledger 2.0 full release. So this update delivers the significant functionalities that were shared in the preview release for use on mainnets, alongside the exciting new features that have been developed. They are new API. So the new Overledger API has been transformed into one API for everything, bridging the global ecosystems of distributed ledger techs and APIs, standardized based on ISO TC 307, providing simple and standard interface access all supported DLTs and blockchains. And it's secure and scalable, implemented zero oath federated authentication standards, enabling a single sign-on for enterprise customers, and implemented scalability and resilience updated for cloud infrastructure. I am very excited about what Quant Network is doing. Its outlook when it comes to the interoperability solutions that it's providing to clients, really on the order of central banks, and all the implications that the interoperability suggests when it comes to this new world of CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and beyond. And don't be mistaken, a digital currency in the form of digital dollars, like I'm not talking about stable coins, but digital dollars that you may see in your bank account, that's not at all the same thing as a CBDC, nor is a CBDC the same thing as a cryptocurrency. It may be based on cryptography, but it's super centralized, right? It's a function, it's a tool of the central banks. It's going to change the way that we do a lot of things. It's going to change economics and make them more customizable, make them more tailored. Raoul Pal has many great segments about this. He talks about behavioral economics and the individualized incentive structures that, central banks will be able to produce, for better or worse. Some people, I think, are justifiably concerned about some of the implications, but at the same time, it opens up a lot of potential. I won't go on any more about that quasi-tangent here, but I do want to wish a hearty congratulations to Quant Network here. This is fantastic news, Overledger 2.0. It's a project that I think when they do announce news, it's always very solid. It's always very commendable. They're not verbose when it comes to their press releases or their Twitter activity. They say something when they have something to say, and I think that's reflected in the price. A down market, as I mentioned, Quant is one of the only projects that I've kind of seen today that's up actually 5.9%. So now $41.42. And just taking a look at the last year or so of steady progress, steady growth for Quant Network, It's not the most explosive in the world, but since last year, so the 11th of May 2020, you're seeing a solid 10 times in growth. And I do suspect right now it's at rank number 146 with a market cap of, it's sizable, 531, nearly $532 billion. So it's not, it's not exactly the smallest player in the game, but I think there's a lot more potential and a lot more upside when it comes to Quant Network, or Quant, QNT is the ticker. Not financial advice, but for all these reasons and more, I'm pretty bullish about this project. So kudos on this recent development. Overledger 2.0. Again, you can check out all the links in the description below. I'll include them there. All right. But with that being said, this is yesterday's video. We talked about all those new all-time highs, like I mentioned, Ethereum. We talked about Litecoin. We talked about Matic and Tomo Chain. We talked about kind of our, I suppose you could say, conscious decision to move away from Dogecoin. And I'm not even going to talk about Shibu and all that stuff. I don't think it's a good look for the space. So we're making a conscious decision kind of post SNL, post Elon this weekend. We're moving away from Doge, and we're now embracing what has been a favorite of ours for years, Ethereum. And the rest of these giveaways that we're doing over the course of the next month will be denominated in ETH. So we're giving away $50 worth of Ethereum, or Ether, I guess I should say, for just about every day, once a day. Sometimes we'll have multiple videos, but in the first video of the day, we'll be giving away $50 worth of ETH for the rest of the month and then a little bit into June. So you guys, I mean, succeeded here. I kind of been saying that if we get over, I guess you can't see that. If we get over to 100 comments, I'm going to make sure it's a randomized selection of the winner. You guys aren't liking the video, though. I gotta say, you're not liking the video. We're getting 253 comments, but not nearly as many likes. So you gotta help me out there. To participate in these contests, you have to, number one, subscribe to Altcoin Buzz News. Number two, you gotta like the video. You're not all doing that. And number three, you gotta comment using the letters ETH, E-T-H. So with that being said, because we got over 100 comments, I'm gonna take here, if you share this video, I'm going to take the URL of the video. Okay, that's now copied. I go over to Raffle Dash here, where you can select different comments across YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. YouTube Random Comment Picker. Now, I'm kind of doing this live. It's obviously a pre-recorded video, but I'm trying to do this in full transparency. So I'm going to select the winner here of $50 worth of ETH from yesterday's video. But we may have to go through a couple comments because, like I said, the comment has to include ETH or the word Ethereum. So with that being said, let's pick, hopefully, we'll get this on the first try here, but let's pick a winner from yesterday, $50 worth of ETH. Okay. Short and sweet, right? A very terse and curt comment, but I guess, Paul, you technically did check off the boxes there. So not the most creative comment in the world, but Paul Kraus, congratulations, you've won $50 worth of Ethereum. Paul, you got to find your comment, please, in yesterday's video and reply with your same profile, with your Paul Kraus profile. Reply rather to that comment with your Ethereum address to which you would like us to send you the Ether. So congratulations, Paul. Once again, if you want to enter this contest, we're doing it every day for the next month or so. Number one, you got to subscribe to Altcoin Buzz News. Number two, you got to like the video. And number three, you got to comment with the word Ethereum or the letters ETH, E-T-H. Best of luck if you choose to enter. I think it's always worthwhile to enter into these crypto contests. They're not necessarily easy to win. That's left up to chance, but they're very easy to enter. So you may as well throw your hat into the race. Guys, that is about it for today. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into Altcoin Buzz, of course, .io for all the latest. Like, subscribe, share. Hit the bell to receive notifications if you enjoyed today's video. Best of luck, of course, if you choose to invest. None of this is financial advice. We're not coercing you in any way. We're not offering you investment information. But if you do choose to invest, then I do wish you well. Stay safe, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Have a great Tuesday. And as always, we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.